For over 4,500 years, the pyramids of Egypt have watched silently over the desert sands. They are the last standing wonder of the ancient world, massive monuments of stone, precision, and mystery. How did the pharaohs build structures so perfect, so mathematically aligned, and so enormous, at a time when the wheel wasn't even used for construction? Today, we journey back to ancient Egypt to uncover the engineering genius, the workforce, the tools, and the incredible planning that made the pyramids possible. This is the story of how the pharaohs built the pyramids. To the ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh wasn't just a king, he was a living god. His purpose on earth was to maintain order, and in death, to become divine. But immortality required a vessel, a home for eternity. The pyramid was that vessel. Each pharaoh began planning his pyramid almost immediately after taking the throne. It wasn't a simple grave, it was a divine machine, designed to guide the ruler's soul into the afterlife. The pyramids aligned with the stars, with the cardinal directions, and with deep religious symbolism. Before a single stone was laid, priests, astronomers, and architects spent years designing a structure worthy of a god. Every pyramid started with choosing sacred land. The west bank of the Nile, the land of the setting sun, symbolized death and rebirth. Here, the pharaohs chose to build their eternal homes. The spot needed to be elevated to avoid flooding, close to quarries for materials, and aligned precisely with the stars. For the Great Pyramid of Khufu, builders oriented the structure almost perfectly to true north. Even with modern equipment, matching that precision is difficult. So how did the Egyptians do it? With astronomy. By tracking the rotation of specific stars around the north pole of the sky, Egyptian astronomers created a perfect north-south line, accurate within fractions of a degree. This was not a random building project. It was science. For centuries, people believed the pyramids were built by slaves. But archaeological evidence tells a different story. The builders were skilled workers, farmers, craftsmen, and engineers, organized into rotating teams called crews. Nearby, their village has been discovered. Barracks, bakeries, breweries, medical centers, and even cemeteries for honored workers. These people weren't slaves. They were a national workforce of proud Egyptians, fed well, paid, and respected. At the peak of construction, up to 30,000 workers might be involved: stonecutters, haulers, architects, and food suppliers. While some hauled stones, others brewed thousands of liters of beer per day to keep the workers hydrated and energized. Pyramid construction wasn't chaos. It was a massive, organized operation, more like a modern industrial project. To build a pyramid, you need stone, and a lot of it. The Great Pyramid alone required about 2.3 million blocks of limestone and granite. Local limestone, used for the core blocks, quarried just meters away from the pyramid site. Tural limestone, a smoother, wider stone used for the outer casing, transported across the Nile using large wooden barges. Aswan granite, used for the king's chamber, blocks weighing up to 80 tons, transported over 900 kilometers south of Giza. How did they move such heavy stones? The answer was surprisingly simple and brilliant. Workers poured water on a sand in front of wooden sleds, reducing friction by up to 50%. This method has been proven experimentally. Wet sand makes the impossible possible. On ramps, hundreds of workers pulled each stone rhythmically, guided by a master caller. The pyramid wasn't built layer by layer like a staircase. It required advanced engineering, the foundation. The base had to be perfectly level, within centimeters across an area the size of multiple football fields. Egyptians used water-filled trenches as spirit levels, allowing them to create a foundation that has survived 45 centuries. The ramps. How were the stones lifted? Several ramp designs likely worked together. Straight ramps for lower levels, zigzag ramps along the sides, internal ramps hidden inside the pyramid structure. One theory suggests a spiraling internal ramp was used, and evidence inside the Great Pyramid supports this. Precision placement. Stones weren't randomly stacked. Each had to fit perfectly. Workers shaped them using copper chisels, stone hammers, and dolerite pounding stones. The joints between casing stones were so tight that not even a razor blade could pass between them. This wasn't guesswork, it was mathematics. Inside the pyramid lies a complex network of chambers: the subterranean chamber, the queen's chamber, the Grand Gallery, the King's Chamber. The King's Chamber is roofed with massive granite beams, each weighing up to 70 tons. Above it are 5 relieving chambers designed to distribute weight. Without them, the chamber would have collapsed. How did workers lift granite beams so heavy? A combination of sleds, ramps, lubrication, and coordinated teams made it possible. The Grand Gallery itself may have served as a giant lifting system, like an ancient crane. These inner structures weren't afterthoughts. They were planned from the start, built with architectural brilliance. Once the pyramid's core was finished, the smooth white casing stones were polished to shine in the desert sun. At the very top sat the capstone, or pyramid ion, possibly covered in gold or electrum so it would glow for miles. Imagine standing in ancient Giza and seeing the pyramid blazing like a beacon in the desert. For the Egyptians, this shining structure represented the rays of the sun god Ra, a staircase for the pharaoh to climb into the heavens. Despite centuries of study, mysteries remain. Were there hidden chambers still undiscovered? What exact ramp system did they use? How did they coordinate such large-scale logistics? New scanning technology has revealed voids inside the Great Pyramid, spaces never seen before. Egypt still holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. The pyramids were not built by magic. They were built by genius. By astronomers who mapped the sky, engineers who planned with precision, architects who mastered stone, and tens of thousands of Egyptians united by belief in their pharaoh and the afterlife. More than monuments, the pyramids are messages from the ancient world, proof of what humanity can accomplish with vision, knowledge, and determination. And after 4,500 years, they still stand, challenging us, inspiring us, and reminding us of the power of human ambition. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.